Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this will not help you too much if you're a laser engraver, but somebody, maybe they're making a t-shirt and they wanted a 3D looking ribbon. So this is what I came up with. So if you'll just take your 2-point line, and we're going to make a real simple one, just a couple of lines. Then you need to select it all and right click and convert it to a curve. Go up to arrange. Go right here and make your node symmetrical and see what it did. And this is a little bit tricky, and that's why for the video I'm just going to do 2 parts of this ribbon. I'm going to actually turn that into a cusp, and then I can move this one more, one at a time. So let's call that good. Get your pick tool and go to your extrude tool, which is underneath your drop shadow flyout. And let's just extrude this thing just a little bit. Now here's kind of the trick. I don't know why I've got that line right there, but you can make your ribbon thinner or thicker right here. And then you can rotate it. And this is a little tricky. I mean, just a little bit of movement, and it's almost probably easier to back away from it and go back to this and rotate it so you can see what's going on. And you know what? Let's see if we can't. Any little bit of minute little movement moves it quite a bit. Let's call that good enough for the video. Let's X out of there. Let's go to arrange and break the extrude apart. Now your original line is right there. You don't need any more. Now I'm going to make a duplicate of this, Control D, because I want to remember what it looks like when I take the lines away. So we need to delete some lines we should not be able to see. And we can't see that line. We can't see that line. And we can't see that line. So this is an easy one because I've only got 2, and I did something wrong. Because that looks totally different. This ought to be one flat surface. There we go. There we go. I think I've got an extra line there, but we can deal with that. Now, take your interactive fill tool and let's go right here. And see, it's doing the whole thing. So the easiest way for me to do it would be to use the Smart Fill tool. Fill that in, nudge it out of the way. Fill that in, nudge it out of the way. Fill that in, nudge it out of the way. Then we're going to use the interactive fill tool. You see it's doing my last one. Let's back up here. It's doing that one. I don't understand that. Let's click on that. Interactive fill tool. There we go. Now let's make this color a lighter blue. And I'm having a little bit of trouble with Corel 19 getting to my colors. Okay, let's go to the cyan there. Now let's X out of there for a second. We can move our slide bar and actually move our color to the end. And then move our slide bar back a little bit. Now we can nudge that back over. Now select that one, interactive fill tool, and let's do the opposite. And you know what? I can use the eyedropper tool to select that color. Hit OK. And then I can use my slide bar. I went too far. Well, what you can also do is extend one of the colors past the edge. Then you can move the slide bar back. Well, I'm not doing a very good job of that. Somehow I've lost my slide bar. There it is. All right, that's good enough for the video. Then just nudge that back over. This doesn't look as good as my original one, but do the same thing. Interactive fill tool. We'll grab the eyedropper tool and get back to that color. And that looks pretty good. Get out of there and move it over. Now you have a 3D looking kind of ribbon. As good as I can do, I guess. Let's take it, selecting all of them. Let's grab just that one node, see if this works. And it did. Let's bring it down a little bit. Let's delete those nodes. We do not need that box anymore. And that's not the best thing. Let's go Control G, and then holding down the Control key, move that up. I didn't make it duplicate. Control D, and then while holding down the Control key, and you can see we're not matched up, but it's very easily fixed. Probably have to go and ungroup it. And we're just working with colors. We're not worried about the frame of it right now. Well, we don't have to worry about the frame. And this probably isn't too interesting to too many people, and I apologize, but helping one person out. And you could actually go past there and you won't have that little bit of a line. Now, I don't know about sublimation, but at laser engraver, sometimes that can cause a problem. And that's not great. I don't like it as much as my original ribbon. But that's the kind of things you could do to make that ribbon kind of look 3D. Now there's some other things you could still do. Control G and group that together and grab your envelope tool, and you could select both those nodes and you could change the conformity of your ribbon. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit, and thank you for watching.